guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Many things to say, guys. The market is moving, things are happening. We will talk about many things. And so, ready? We will go from Nkunku to Xavi Simons, Coman, Eds, Liverpool signings, Baleba. Let's jump into it. And so guys, movements on the market as usual. Let me start with the latest news of this Thursday. We are entering into the first Premier League action weekend and more, because La Liga and much more are going to happen very soon. So get ready for the big leagues to come after Paris Saint-Germain won the Super Cup, and congratulations to them. Well guys, let's start with Arnaud Calimendo, the striker from Rennes, on the verge of joining Nottingham Forest for 30 million euros. So that deal is being completed today and would be an important one in Premier League. Toby Collier is leaving Manchester United on a loan deal to go to West Bromwich, no buy option included. Man United believe in the player for the future, but want to let him play on regular basis, week in, week out. And so the idea was to give the green light, and now the deal is almost done for Toby Collier to join West Bromwich from Manchester United. Then guys, one confirmation: Kingsley Coman to Al Nassr, an exclusive story out of nowhere. Last week I told you Al Nassr in negotiations for Kingsley Coman, and now the deal is formally completed. The final green light from Bayern to the player to travel for medical test and contract signing has arrived. Bayern will receive something around 30 million euros package from Al Nassr. The contract will be valid for 3 years for Kingsley Coman in Saudi Arabia, and so Joao Felix, Inigo Martinez, and now King Coman for Al Nassr. So Cristiano Ronaldo will have new important teammates. But this Coman deal will be important, because will also open more options for Bayern. And what it means that, first of all, for Bayern, the dream target of the summer transfer window is Nick Woltemade, but still no agreement with Stuttgart. But Bayern keep working on the Woltemade deal, also because they have an agreement with the player and they want to make it happen. Then, important to mention about the Bayern situation, keep an eye also Christopher Nkunku, because Bayern always had an interest in Nkunku, very good relationship with his agents. Many clubs called for Nkunku in the recent weeks: Inter, Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, Newcastle, many others called to understand the situation of Nkunku, but Bayern are seriously considering this opportunity. Why? Because Nkunku can play in several positions. Striker, number 10, on the wing when it's needed, so can be a versatile player to add to the squad, can be also, when needed, a backup for Harry Kane, and so Nkunku is an option for Bayern to keep an eye on. Chelsea insists on a permanent transfer as of today, so that's the status of the story. But obviously, remember, if Nkunku leaves, the idea of Chelsea is to try complete the deal for Xavi Simons. Chelsea keep working on the Xavi Simons deal. The negotiation is ongoing, the negotiation is underway for Xavi, and so Chelsea are on it. Xavi Simons and Chelsea remains a deal on, but obviously the outgoings, Nkunku and Nico Jackson, will be important. We know about Xavi Simons, and we also know about the Alejandro Garnacho situation. So, guys, on Xavi Simons and Garnacho, we wait and we see what's going to happen. But for sure, Chelsea remain in active conversations for both of them. I think Garnacho will 100% happen. For Xavi Simons, negotiations ongoing, waiting for the exit of Nkunku. For Bayern, we said about the strategy, but then, guys, there is a lot to say. Also, more players, including Tottenham, because Tottenham are working not only on Savinho, and the Savinho story remains on, but also on Eberechi Eze. For Eberechi Eze, Tottenham are preparing a proposal to send to Crystal Palace to try to get the deal done for Eberechi Eze. So Spurs are on it. The negotiation is set to start very soon. My understanding is that the player is clearly indicating to Crystal Palace that he's keen on a move to Tottenham. So now the deal depends on the two clubs. Depends on Tottenham and Crystal Palace. But Spurs are working on a deal to sign Eberechi Eze. The deal is on, I told you already 2 days ago, and the negotiation is ongoing. So keep an eye on that one, because Eze Tottenham is really concrete. Savinho is a separate story. At the moment, Manchester City have been clear. For 50 million euros, 55, I think also 60, the player is not leaving Manchester City. A higher bid is needed in order for Savinho to go to Tottenham, and in that case, for Manchester City to try for the deal of Rodrigo, which is not easy, but is still the deal discussed internally by Manchester City. And then, guys, I have to mention to you some other things. Liverpool have their new defender, Giovanni Leoni. Here we go, the deal is done. The player is on Merseyside today for a medical test and contract signing. So deal being completed for Giovanni Leoni to Liverpool, but over everything verbally agreed, 35 million euros plus 10% sell-out clause. And so Leoni goes to Liverpool. Let me tell you, as I always told you here on the channel, forget about a loan, forget about the player staying in Italy, forget about going back to Parma. Leoni is a player for the first team, wanted by Richard Hughes, wanted by Arne Slot, wanted by everyone at Liverpool. They are in love with this talent. And so Liverpool will consider Leoni as a first team player immediately ready to develop. Obviously, this is Premier League, this is something different, so it will take some time before he will be probably ready to play. But in terms of talent, development, fantastic. And so Liverpool really trust this boy. They have no doubts, they never considered the loan, and let me clarify also that Leoni never had any kind of doubt. Someone said it's gonna take some huge convincing to make it happen. No, Leoni already decided weeks ago to go to Liverpool. So, and the player is really super happy about that. So, deal being completed, this one of Giovanni Leoni to Liverpool. And don't forget also about Mark Guehi, because Liverpool keep working on the Mark Guehi deal. Then guys, Carlos Baleba. For Carlos Baleba, the contacts are still ongoing. This is a difficult deal for Manchester United, not just financially, but also in terms of strategy, because Brighton at the moment are still not giving an official number to Manchester United. They did a similar situation with Moises Caicedo. It was 2 years ago when Caicedo went to Chelsea. They were not giving a number, not giving an indication. Then, when Liverpool arrived with an official bid, Chelsea matched that bid, offered a bit more, and signed the player. But Brighton keep not giving a number at the moment for Baleba. They say, we don't want to sell. Sorry, the message is quite clear. We don't want to sell. That's the point for Brighton. But at the moment, what's important to mention is that Manchester United are still there. Manchester United are still in contact with the agents. Manchester United are still working on the deal. Then they want to understand how high is this wall from Brighton, but they are still working on the Carlos Baleba deal. They are not giving up at the moment. Difficult? Yes. Very difficult? Of course. But Man United are still there. And the player, I think this is important, is not closing the doors at all. Personal terms are not a problem. European football, no. For Man United this season, for Baleba is not a problem. He would go to Man United immediately. I can guarantee that. But club to club, we are still far from solution. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what Brighton decide to do. But for sure, the story for Carlos Baleba remains ongoing. Then can't go ahead forever, because obviously at some point Man United will need to decide what they want to do. Brighton also maintaining their position. Let's follow this Baleba story, because it's going to be one of the important ones of these final weeks of the transfer window. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. A lot of things to mention, from Coman to Xavi Simons, Nkunku, Baleba, Leoni, Eberechi Eze, Kalimendo, Savio. Guys, let me know your opinion here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao, thank you.